Ooh, that's not good. Hi, I'm Debbie Cronister. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. And this month's Paper Pumpkin arrived with beautiful alcohol color papers, card bases in it. I took it, the card bases, took the kit, cut the card bases apart so that they were 5.5 by 4.25, and just went to work. I ended up with 21 cards, and this is card number 10. Um, Yes, card number 10. And I'm going to show you what I did. So we're going to assemble this card, and I'll give you some tips, and I'll tell you what I used to cut everything. And we'll go from there. So let's get started. So we'll start with the first thing I do is pull that apart. This is always my card inside. So I am going to I always attach a piece of basic white to a color whenever I can. Sometimes it doesn't work out. What's that? Basic white to a color for the inside of my card, just to give it an accent. And it's the color that coordinates with the front of the card. But I don't glue them in. I leave them loose. So if somebody wants to write on it, then if I want to write on it, and before I send it, I don't have to write in the card. So this is one of the Paper Pumpkin card fronts. Isn't that gorgeous? I think they're so pretty. Every one of them is just beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and attach this. Oops, I think I should have done some stamping first, but it doesn't make any difference because I can't flip it over. So I always tell my customers, stamp before you glue, because if you make a mistake, then you can flip your card over and use the other side. Well, in this case, we couldn't do that. So I'm using the Thanks from Impressions of Bloom, which is one of our new sets. I need to look and see if this has been released. I don't think this has been released to the public yet. But it is a beautiful set. I love it. I've had so much fun playing with it. If you go to my blog, you'll find 10 cards that I did one week. And I think I've done, this is the stamp set I have gotten more use out of than any other stamp set I've ever purchased. This one was worth the money because I used it so much. So I am going to use the greeting from that, and it is a thanks. And I'm going to, as soon as I locate it, I just had it a minute ago. Okay, there it is. Put it on my table so I would know where it was, right? I'm going to test that first. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's just such a gorgeous thanks. And I'm just going to go right down here. Okay, and then I use the Stylish Shapes dies. Now, the Stylish Shapes dies have been around for quite a while, but they are such handy dies and they have such great shapes. So they have squares, circles, and these tags, which I find myself using a lot. So I took the squares and I layered them. So I took these two, and usually what I do is I'll take, you can see I have them taped together. I will take some of my tape, and you can use the Easy Remove masking tape, or you can use a positioning tape, washi tape, anything that'll just hold those two together. And you place them together, tape them together, and you run them through the die cut machine. And you end up with this little frame. So I have 3 of those, and I am going to use our adhesive. Oh gosh, I forgot to write down for myself what these are called. These are adhesive strips, and they're like a dimensional. I love them. They're just really neat. They are taller than our dimensionals, so you can't really use them next to the dimensionals just because they are taller. And they're adhesive. This side is adhesive, and this side has a paper on it. So I'm just going to flip this over, and I'm just going to attach that adhesive to the backs of these little squares. I should have done all the other ones so you wouldn't have to sit here and watch me do this. So if you want to fast forward through this, once you've seen what I'm doing, you go. Because I have 3 of these to do. Sorry about that. It would be fun to put some kind of, make it a shaker card. Whew, you could do that easily. Just put your window sheets on the square, on the back of the square. I would do a window sheet there and then put these over top. No, yeah. And then attach them to the front of your card. Or sometimes I like to attach a back to them. In this case, I don't know that I would. I might just attach them to the card. It's kind of messy to do it that way because you can lose your little shaker pieces all over the place. So, and we don't have to worry about anything falling out of these. There's nothing inside of them. Okay, let's get another piece of this foam adhesive strip. That's what it's called. It's a foam adhesive strip. And that's exactly what it's called. And Stampin' Up! Sells them. So if you're wondering where I got them from, you can find a shop link at the top of my blog at stampwithdeb.com. It's like a yellow button right at the top. And click on that link and it'll take you to my Stampin' Up! Webpage where you can purchase any Stampin' Up! Products. And keep your eyes open. There's always sales or specials going on. Sometimes it's free shipping. I know there's a special coming up in a couple of days. I can't tell you what it is yet because we just found out today and we've been sworn to secrecy until tomorrow. Although this video probably won't post for a couple days. So this weekend is National Scrapbooking Day, which is funny because it's worldwide. It's National Scrapbooking Day. And Stampin' Up! Will have a special. Okay, so let's get our squares on here. Now we got to peel all that off that we just put on. So how many places do you find the papers, the tears off of the dimensionals? I find them everywhere. Okay, so I'm going to put this one on first because it's going to go right in here and the other ones are based on it. So I'm just going to put it with the edge pointing towards the center here. I just want to make sure there's enough room for my thanks. Yes. Okay, there we go. Let's pull off this one. And I'm going to leave a little space in between them, but not much. Like 1/8 of an inch in between. So there is number 2. I'm just lining them up so they're straight with each other. And then here is the 3rd one. If I could have done it without cutting it, it would have been quicker to remove, huh? Okay, and there is number 3. Okay, those 3 are on there. Then out of the paper pumpkin card front, I cut some flowers. And let's see, I've got 2 pinks, 2 purples, and 2 that are kind of orange. So let's put those on glue dots. So I like to put my flowers on my glue dots, just like that. Doesn't matter what order. Couldn't see the dot. Okay, now I'll take my Take Your Pick tool, press those down good, make sure that they're stuck on there. And this is a pink one, so I think I will put this pink one on this pink one. And by doing it with my Take Your Pick tool, I can rotate it and make it go right where I want it. I'm going to put this purple one on this purple, on this purple one. Whoops, get on there. And I'm going to put this orange one on this one. Okay. And then I have two stems that I also cut out, and these are cut out in Pool Party. The Pool Party section of the card. I should have three stems. I do have three. Okay, these are going to also go on with glue dots. And I'm just going to attach that. And I'm going to stick this one right here. Right about there. And then this one, I'll just stick it right on here. And we'll put this stem there. Going down. Could have come over a little further. That's okay. And then this is number 3. Whoops, there's a glue dot right there. And whoop, there's one there too. This one is going to go right in here. So I'm going to stick it to this one and just let it go where it goes. There. Okay, now I'm going to come back and pick up my flowers. So this flower is going to go right here. My purple one is going to go right there. And my orange one will go right here. Okay, now I have some bling here to put on. Let's go ahead and put that on. One on the center of each flower. And I'm using my Take Your Pick tool to do this. I love this tool. It's so handy. It works so well. Okay, now we're going to put this onto our card. And this is basically how I work. I work with I work on my card front. This is a little lumpy, a little lumpier than usual. A lot of times I will attach this part before I put all of this decoration on, but this time I didn't. So, and I'm going to lay this down flat just so that I get a good edge. And there we are. And that is card number 10. Card number 10. Okay, let's move on to 11. You will find all the instructions for these cards on my blog at stampwithdeb.com, and they will be appearing over the week's time. So don't be surprised if they're not there right away. I am trying to schedule them to go on automatically. So this is card number 11. And Berry Burst is not one of my favorite colors, but I really like the way that it coordinated with this these papers in this set. And so let's get started. Okay, so we have the inside that we're going to put some Stampin' Seal Plus on. And just line that up. This is our inside of our card. First to write on. It goes in there. Okay, and then we have the front of the card. Let's work on that. This in the background is gold foil. This is a large sheet of gold foil with nothing cut out of it. But that's the way it went this time. Sometimes it's easier not to than it is. Oh, wait a minute. I did emboss this with the Starburst, so let me do that. Starstruck. It's called Starstruck. It's an embossing folder. Now, the Starstruck embossing folder is a thin embossing folder. We don't have too many that are like that. So when you use it, you're going to use plate number 1, which is your base plate, and 2 of plate number 3. And you won't use the blue or gray plate, plate number, what is this thing? Plate number 4. You will not use, because so many times we use plate number 4. So this is my plate number 4, and I've written on it because I want my customers to remember to put this on top of the folder. And so we will not use this, but we will use 2 of plate number 3, which are our clear plates. So, and then the embossing folder goes in between those. And this is the Starstruck embossing folder. So it's really pretty. And it's probably going out. We are at a retirement part of the year. And so a lot of our products are leaving or on last chance list. If they're not gone, they're on the last chance list. And so if there's something you really want out of last year's catalog, you're going to want to grab it now if it's still available. So I'm going to attach this very closely. It looks like that's cut crooked. Maybe it's from the embossing. Okay, it's going to go right on there because that's a really close edge. It's funny that I can't do anything about it now. Okay, and that's going to go on the front of my card. Stuck to my fingers. So let's go ahead and put that on. I'm going to turn that around just so that's not right on the edge. It doesn't make any difference. Seems to be either edge. Don't think it's on there crooked because it's, yeah. Okay. It is what it is now. Okay, so then we have 3 little strips of gold that are cut at 1 1/8, I believe. Yes, 1 1/8, and 3 strips of the front of one of the cards. And so I'm just going to attach those together. Oops, I have sticky fingers evidently. There's one. What have I got? Something I don't want. Okay, and the third one. And I put these on the front of my card flat. I did not pop them up because I knew I wanted to pop up the circle. So now I just have to figure out how I want to put them on here. Which one goes where? This one's kind of got an orange in it, and it almost looks like a little orange coming down from there. So that's what I'm going to go with. I think that's how I'll do it. Okay, so I'm going to start with number 1. And I'm going to put that, probably should start with the middle one. Let's do that. Let's start with the middle one because we can work to the top and the bottom. So we're going to say this is the middle one. We're going to just place it, leaving a little edge here, and put it on. Then I'm going to come back and put the first one on, the top one, just leaving a little space in between, just like that. And then I'm going to put the bottom one on, leaving a little space again. And you can space these out as much or as little as you want, just like that. Okay, now I have 2 circles here. This one is cut from the scallop shaped dies. This one, if you look at it, it looks like a stitch rather than a dot. The stylish shapes, I'm sorry, they have dots. This one, so this is from the stitched circle dies. So, but it fits perfectly with this one. And that was what I wanted. I wanted something that would not give me a huge space in between, because if I cut a space, if I used the other one, it was leaving too much of a white gap, and I didn't want all that. I just wanted a little white. Okay, I'm going to attach this right to the card front. Oops, oh yeah, I didn't do it yet. Okay, I'm okay. So I'll attach that. Okay, then we're going to stamp Happy Birthday. Now my Happy Birthday comes from Year of Flowers. I love this stamp set. I love this Happy Birthday. I love this. I love all the flowers on here. You can see I went and wrote the names of the flowers on here so I would know what they were. And so this happy birthday is just so pretty. I'm going to stamp it with Tuxedo Black, and I'm stamping it on a little piece that I cut, one of those little circles. Now this one is the dots again, so this one is from Stylish Shapes. And so I'm going to stamp my greeting on here, and I think I want it to go this way. And it is a close call. Perfect. Okay. That was exactly what I wanted. So this I am going to attach with a dimensional. And so here they are. I think that's enough dimensionals. Oops, wait a minute. That's not all I'm going to do. Good thing I didn't put those up high. So I am going to cut some of this off and use this. These are the flowers that came from the set. And I'm just going to cut them at an angle here and just trim right in there. I still have a little knob on there. Let's cut that off. Okay. I'm going to attach this to the back of this. I don't have to attach it here. I could attach it down here as well, but I just found that by attaching it here, I had a little better idea of where it was going to end up. So let's put some Stampin' Seal across there. And I'm just going to tuck this in here. And I did end up with that. See, I've got a little issue here with that dimensional. I'm just going to cut that off just like that because I don't want to change that. Okay, I am going to put, I'm going to put a dimensional under that. Okay, so we're just going to attach this here. And then I'm going to put, because this is up, I'm going to put a mini dimensional on the back of that. Just like that. And it shows just a tiny bit. You might want to trim it a little bit. And then we need some bling. This is not the right happy birthday. I must have grabbed the wrong one from my stash over here, because this happy birthday is definitely bigger than this happy birthday here. So either one works, but that one's bigger. Okay, there is, I don't know where that one came from. I'll have to figure it out. But I would use the other one. It fits better. It's a little smaller. So it fits better. I have to make sure I put the happy birthdays away in the right place too, huh? And this is going to go right in the center here. Okay, that is card number 11. We have one more card to do now. And this one, I love this one. This one makes me feel good. If I got this card, I would go, I feel better already, just because it makes me smile every time I look at it. So I want to show you guys, these are the envelopes that came in there. Aren't those gorgeous? They've just got that little bit of alcohol look on the bottom of them. Okay, so let's go ahead and get card number 12 done. And I did run out of the envelopes, of course, because of having 21. So I'm going to put my bling right up here so I know where it is. Okay, card number 12. So we have our layers that go on the back. That one goes inside. That's my inside. See? So we have our inside layers, which are here, which is basic white. And that's cut at 5 by 3 3/4. And Pool Party for this one. And that's cut at 4 by 5 1/4. Concentrating. Okay, now we also have, we have the front. And I didn't emboss this one either. Should have looked at that. So I'm going to run over and emboss this. It's getting embossed with exposed brick, one of my favorites. And I love this because it's just an easy emboss, and you can't hardly go wrong on it. I guess you could make your rose, make your rose look crooked, except for if you put the wrong plate on the embossing folder, then then it doesn't emboss. And that makes for an interesting thing. Sorry about that noise. Okay, so we have the beautiful embossed brick, or exposed brick. So it's kind of neat because it doesn't come out perfect, but I love the way that it does come out. It's just got the most beautiful texture to it. So we're going to attach that. Then we're going to, okay, so I cut these two rectangles. They were two complete rectangles at one time from the Linked Together stamp set bundle. From the dies, actually. It has nothing to do with the stamp set. From the dies. So this, you've seen me use a lot of this. I love this set. This is going to stay in my collection. You will see me using it more down the road. I just love this set. As a matter of fact, I just ordered a second set of these dies because this set's going to go away. And to me, it's one that I would like to keep in my collection for a long time. So you will see me using it, even if it is retired. You are going to see me using some retired products because I believe that you have plenty of retired products on your shelf. And this is a way for me to encourage you to use them. And then if you need paper or you need other things to go along with it, I appreciate your business, but I want you to use your retired products. I am. Okay, so let's put our adhesive on. These little pieces of plastic show up everywhere too. I'm going to put my adhesive on here, just so I know where I'm going on both of these, because I want to leave a little edge, because I am going to, what I did is I cut both of these out of this die, and then I cut this one in half. The smallest side, the closest side, I don't know how to describe that. So if I grab my ruler, which I, of course, right here, so. Okay, so if I measure, whoops, there's two. If I measure from here to here, let's get inches. Let's get the right side up. So that's 4 1/4, 4 3/8. If I measure from here to here, it's like 3 3/8. So what you're going to do is you're going to cut on the shortest side. You're going to cut across from there to there, okay? Because that's what, and not on here, on this one, on the pool party, or whatever you're putting in the background. Okay, I'm just going to leave that pool party showing, just like we did on the black, on one of the other videos that I did recently in this set. And then I'm going to do the same thing here. Now I do have a gap on the sides, right here, where it didn't come together. We're going to cover that. So where's our, right here. Okay. So I know that there's a gap. I'm going to put this on the front of my card with dimensionals. I'm going to put one there and one here for sure. One there, one here. And I think we'll put a couple in the middle. Okay. Oh, come on, come on. Okay, so then I'm going to center this top to bottom and right to left. Once I'm happy, I'll press down. Okay, we have a little tag that's cut from the Stylish Shapes dies. And like I said, all these instructions are on my blog, and there's a free project sheet. Make sure you download that in order to get all the details, the measurements. I tried to include all the stamp sets, everything I used, everything I touched while I was doing these. And so we're going to go back to our Feel Better. We used this previously, and it comes from Unbounded Love. And I don't know if this is still available at this time. So, if I told you it was available and you went there and saw it wasn't, it could have been available when I told you, but not by the time you pull it up to buy it. So I'm not sure. Okay. So we're going to attach this with a dimensional on the right, just a mini dimensional. I just want a little dimensional right there. So I'm just going to place my dimensional there, just off the edge there, just so that it holds that up. And on the left, we're going to use our adhesive, Stampin' Seal. Let's peel off that paper and let's attach that. Now, before we go too much further, I think I want to put this onto my card base before I start putting all those flowers on there. So when you do this, I'm not doing that. This has been compromised, and so if you use an adhesive that pulls, you're likely to tear and jam up your adhesive more than anything else, but you will also thin out your paper. So because this is embossed, you could raise this up and put it on dimensionals, but I like it just right on it. It's really pretty. And we're just going to go like that. So it's flat on there. Okay, we're done with this. Let's get it out of here. All right, now these flowers come from Pretty Florals, which is the set that I showed you earlier. Did we use them in this video? I've done so many videos. No, we did not. Pretty Florals is a really pretty set. It's coming out May 6th. And I had just moved them over here. I'll bring them back. So this is Pretty Florals, and I know I'm going to be playing with this a lot. I think it's just beautiful. And I can't wait to use it some more on other things. So that is what I use to cut these flowers. No, it's not, you guys. It's not. You know what it is? It's not Pretty Florals. It is the one that's retiring. And I'm so sad that it's retiring already because it seems like we just haven't had it very long. And it's called Memorable Blooms. No, Memorable Blooms is, never mind. I'm not sure. You guys are going to have to read the instructions because I'm not sure which one these came from. They didn't come from Pretty Florals. They came from, there's a third set here that I've been using. Here it is. Impressions of Bloom. That's where they came from, Impressions of Bloom. And these are just fun flowers. I just am having so much fun because that's my favorite right now. I have been just doing lots of cards with those. I have probably 10 cards online. Okay, I'm missing a flower. We can't have that. Really? I'm missing a flower? Okay. It's not here. Did you guys see a flower float away? I'm going to have to get another flower. I only have 2 here. Okay, can we make this work with 2? Oh, that's all I'm supposed to have. Oh, it's just funny to only have 2 flowers. I always do 3 of everything. Wonder why I did that. Okay, so we're going to add these on with dimensionals. And then that way I can tuck, I can tuck the other flowers underneath. That's just funny, I think. I'm going to put this one up here and this one down here, and I'm going to tuck this one underneath that one and pull it over. This one has to go over a little more, I think. Okay, this one's going to go up here. This one's going to go there, and that one's going to go here. Okay, on. All right, then we have a pool party down here, and this is going to go on with a glue dot. Let's see if we can find the bottom of my glue dots. Okay, we've got one here and one here. So let's just grab those glue dots. And I'm going to tuck that underneath these flowers. Like that. And then this one is going to go underneath down here. See how far up I can push it. There we go. Okay, so let's add our bling, which I thought I laid up here. I did. Okay, these are the low profile dots. I love these, and they are going away, unfortunately. They come in this gold and a pink. They come in not pretty in pink. Gosh, what's the name of that pink? Petal pink. So they come in the gold and the petal pink together in the same packet. And we'll add that one there. It's still in the triangle. You see that? I didn't go in a straight line. I went in, stayed in a triangle. This one is the triangle, but it's stretched out. All right. Thank you so much for joining me. You will find all the instructions at stampwithdeb.com and the post. And if you need any help or if I can be of any assistance, let me know. There's also a place there where you can find out more information about what I do with Paper Pumpkin. Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.